right? So whatever I speak today is on behalf of myself, not representing my company. So please don't sue me. If you want to sue someone, you can sue friends of Ilma. They will happily take care of the case, right? Okay. Yeah, we are here for conflict today, right? But before, like you all watch movies, right? You go to theater and watch movies. So before a movie starts, like blockbuster starts, we have some annoying ads playing. So right now I'll be that annoying ad for you guys. Okay? So get started. Hello everyone. I am Amit Shetty. I'm a designer and I've been hosting conflict for the last 2 years, and this is my 3rd year and still not getting paid. So.
It's okay, we don't have budget also.
I will talk to Figma team. They are taking too much billing.
I will forward you the email.
So, just before we get started, right? So this activity is going to be very interesting. I don't think so we would have seen it at a design event. I hope so. It's hard. But I want you guys to relax and be open. Okay? So, today we are going to host a show. And the show's name is Design, Dating and AI. And you all are going to participate. Okay? I want a good participation now. So, to get started, right? Single people in the house? All the single people in the house? Oh, that's a good number, right? And people who are dating, in the raise your hands. Come on. Only 2 people. Are you all sitting on weekends at home like I do and just surf YouTube? That's all we do. Okay, good to know. Good to know. How many married people? Right? So, for married people, how many of you did love marriage? Right? Did you get married to the first person you dated? See? Right? How many didn't marry the person they dated? Or thought they would actually get married but never got married? Just an answer.
Do you think you'll get the answer to this?
See, there is one. So all the people who are dating, the final version is still in progress. So you never know what happens, right? And that is life. So I think a lot of us, I think most of us, we can see our 90s millennial kids, right? And when we were in school and we were studying, for us dating or love, it had only 3 words. It's either you have a crush, you like someone, you love someone, and you get committed, or you get married. Right? These are the 3 words. But the current generation, oh my God. Like, don't you get confused with all the terms? Oh, that's an interesting point I'll come to. Right? And that's my whole point. So I was like, in between when we were talking about hosting, and we were like, we should have something which relates everything together. And design actually relates everything. Okay, that's the whole point. So today I have some terms from the new generation on dating terms and things that we use nicely. And I want your help, okay, to contribute to it. So, just to get started, since we all are designers, we all know what breadcrumbs are, right? So, what is breadcrumb in right? It helps you lead from one page to another. Like Hansel and Gretel, the story, that's where the breadcrumbs come from. But in design, there's something called breadcrumbing in dating. It means someone leads you with bit of attention without committing at all. Right? And this is exactly how we have some clients who come to us and do this small work, we will get you more work. That's exactly breadcrumbing, right? They will pay you exposure. So this is like, you can relate. Next word is simping. Do we know what simping is? See, that's the whole point. I wanted to educate everyone that, this is what is happening with us. So simping means you are overly attentive to someone without them being interested in you at all. Right? Like, it's kind of a fancy word for stalking, I would say. Right? Everything you want to make it soft, and that's why it's called simping. Exactly how, there are like we simp on superstars, our favorites, BTS, right? All Korean bands, we have like armies here. Okay? It's like we are the unpaid interns of design work. What do we call a thirst trap? Thirst trap. So, a thirst trap is kind of a picture which you post to get attention. Right? It's kind of like, you want to make sure everyone just looks at you. And that's exactly what we all do in our portfolios. We would have some fancy animation or fancy mock-up put up just to attract someone's attention. Inside what's going on, we don't know. It's only later on they find out, oh, we should have done that. Right? What do you mean by cuffing season? Anyone knows what is cuffing season? Exactly, it's related to it. Good one. So it's when people pair up in month of gold. Okay? And every time we set up a war room, that's exactly what we are doing. Because we are towards the deadline and we all don't want to die. So we come together, we finish our project. That's what all war rooms are. So you can say cuffing room also, as long as they don't fire you for using that term. Now this is something I think we are all used to. Right? Ghosting. I like how our speaker is like, at least something I know. So ghosting is someone when one person just disappears without a trace. Just to come back after a while. Right? How many of you have gone through it? There would be more hands, I know. You don't have to feel ashamed. Right? You can use it as good content like I'm doing. Right? So, ghosting in our design world is when a client, especially when it's payment time, they just disappear. You have delivered the files. They stop responding to your emails, no calls, nothing. But 2 months later, you get a call. Hey, how are you doing? I needed small changes. Can we talk? And that's how the circle starts. It's very, very painful. Now, catfishing. Right? Catfishing is basically pretending to be someone you are not. And I think a lot of us have become experts at posting articles with help of GPT. Now we are so expert at it, like we are so used to it, we know when an article starts with exciting news, thrilling news, it's generated from ChatGPT. That's how it is. What do we call benching? Right? So, benching in regular corporate terms is like, you hire and you just keep them on it. In dating and people do that nowadays. They will be going around casually with other people. Right? They are not committed and they will have someone on the side. They'll be like, okay, if this doesn't work, I'll go to this. Right? This is exactly, we do like when clients start design work. without scope or SOW. Right? They will be like, oh, you start. And then you have more work coming. You don't get paid anything or you don't get any direction. You are still at the same place. And the last term is questioning. A lot of us are guilty of doing this, or I think that's a practice that we do to grow ourselves. So what questioning means is when someone sees other potential relationship to keep their options open. So where do we do that? You can see all your LinkedIn profiles with open to work. Okay? That's exactly what you're doing questioning you. Okay, so I'll take this chapter to end a little bit. But how many of you actually have dated full time? Yeah, there are part-time dates. Now you have dates for rent. So just raise your hand if you ever dated or actually dated. And full straight, full on. I am just doing half day because I went for lifetime subscription and they had a free trial and they're running. That's why it's half. Freshers, then we are canteen boys. We just sit, sip tea and look at the scenery around us. Now, coming to AI part. Right? When Prashant and team approached me saying that, can you do stand-up comedy? I was like, okay. I don't have to leave my full-time job to do this. And if it's free and people are coming to get tortured, so why not? So like any smart designer, the first thing I did was go to AI, write a stand-up set for me. And I would say, I didn't want to look at it again. So, if you see this is pretty much AI. All I had to do was take the title I had earlier, press on the AI, and this is what it generated. And like, this is interesting, but I know, now I'm so used to these tones that these AIs generate. Right? But AIs are very helpful in some way. Smartly used, they can, take you a long way in reading world as well. So I use them to generate song lyrics and just impress people. Not like anyone got impressed till now. But what I've realized, what are your thoughts on AI? Is it helpful? Is it smart? Everyone is in a deep question. It's like, what is the meaning of life? I like the silence. So for me, AI is that super smart colleague who's very helpful, right? If you call someone, they will always be present. But whatever you say, do around them, reaches their manager. You can't avoid them, they are just everywhere. That's how AI has become at this point of time. Right? With Figma, Adobe, and what will happen tomorrow? Right? I don't know. You have seen Jexy? How many of you have seen Jexy movie or her 2014? Right? And that's the future we are looking at. And I'm very scared. Because with internet, people are creating dating profiles. Right, there's scams going on where restaurant owners are creating profiles. They will match up with you, they will call you for the date. You come, you arrive at the table, you wait, and the date never shows up. That's what AI is doing. It's funny, but I'm like, So this was just a short session to introduce all to the fun elements that we are going to have. And Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it was educational. As we all are designers, I don't want to showcase another presentation on how to do things. Instagram is enough for us. Every reel you scroll, either like you do this, you earn money. You do this, you be healthy. Okay, I'll relax a little bit. So now to continue with our session, I would first of all thank you. Thank you so much for listening to me and not kicking me out of the stage. I'm glad you enjoyed.